Hi students, this chapter is about events in sexual reproduction. Previously you studied about major types of reproduction and human reproductive system, and now this is events in sexual reproduction. Let's see what's in it. See, first of all, human reproduction involves formation of gametes, cyclic changes in female body for receiving spermatozoa, fusion of gametes, development of zygote, implantation of embryo, formation of fetus, its nourishment and parturition. So these all are the events of human reproduction. They are actually the components of embryonic development. So these all events are important in sexual reproduction of human being. See what are main points in sexual reproduction events. First of all, pre-fertilization events. Next is fertilization events, and last is post-fertilization events. Pre-fertilization process deals with the study of process involved in formation of gametes, and fertilization events involve fusion and formation of zygote, and post-fertilization events involve development of zygote after fertilization of ovum. So these three are the main events in sexual reproduction: pre-fertilization events, fertilization events and post-fertilization events. First of all, pre-fertilization events. See, fertilization is more a chain of events than a single isolated phenomena. Indeed, interruption of any step in the chain will almost certainly cause fertilization failure. So the chain begins with a group of changes affecting the sperm which prepares them for the task ahead. So pre-fertilization events taking place before the fusion of the gametes consist of gametogenesis. See what's in gametogenesis? See, gametogenesis is the process of formation of gametes in the gonads. Gametes are produced by way of meiotic division, resulting in the reduction of number of chromosomes to 1/2. And next is gamete transfer. In gamete transfer, human development begins after the union of male and female gametes or germ cells during a process known as fertilization. So these two events are important in pre-fertilization events. Now, gametogenesis. See, what is gametogenesis? As earlier said, that the process of formation of haploid gametes from the undifferentiated diploid germ cells in the gonads for sexual reproduction is called gametogenesis. So gametogenesis is the process of formation of gametes in the gonads, and gametes are produced by the way of reduction division. Now, types and phases of gametogenesis. There are two types of gametes. First one is spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis is the formation of spermatozoa or production of sperms in the seminiferous tubules of testes is called spermatogenesis, and oogenesis is the formation of ova or production of ova in ovaries is called oogenesis. So there are two types of gametes and gametogenesis: spermatogenesis and oogenesis. Now, phases of gametogenesis. It involves three important phases, and these are multiplication phase, growth phase and maturation phase. See, multiplication phase in which the germ cells or germinal cells of the gonads multiply by mitosis. During mitotic division or mitosis, the number of chromosomes will be remain same. In growth phase, in which the germinal cells or germ cells grow in size, cell enlarges their size. In maturation phase, in which meiosis takes place to produce the gametes. When meiosis is taking place, it means there is half in the number of chromosomes. So in maturation phase, meiosis takes place to produce the gametes. So gametogenesis consists of three important phases, and these are multiplication phase, growth phase and maturation phase. First one is spermatogenesis. So spermatogenesis is the production of sperms in the seminiferous tubules of testes. See what's important in it. Spermatogenesis takes place in seminiferous tubules of testes. See, it is the formation of haploid functional sperms from diploid germinal cells of seminiferous tubule. And spermatogenesis generally starts during adolescence at the age of 13 or 14 years of age and continues thereafter throughout life, but declining markedly in old age. Next is the seminal tubules are lined by germinal epithelium. See, the lining layer of seminiferous tubules possess primary germ cells. Next, the germinal epithelium consists largely of cuboidal primary germ cells but contains certain tall somatic cells called Sertoli cells or nurse cells. See, lining layer of seminiferous tubules possess primary germ cells and undifferentiated sus-tentacular cells that mature into nurse cells or Sertoli cells. So, Sertoli cells grow in size and develop a number of processes for supporting and nourishing spermatocytes and spermatids. Now, first one is formation of spermatids. Formation of spermatids involves three phases. First one is multiplication phase. In it, undifferentiated germ cells present in the seminiferous tubules of the testes, and these are called spermatogonia. Spermatogonia have prominent nuclei that contain diploid number or 2n number of chromosomes, that is 46 in humans. So in multiplication phase, diploid primary germ cells or spermatogonial cells are small cells about 12 μ in diameter. At sexual maturity, these cells undergo repeated mitosis to form a number of diploid spermatogonia. Next is growth phase. On sexual maturity of the animal, some spermatogonia stop dividing and grow in size by accumulating cytoplasm and replicating DNA, and then termed the primary spermatocytes. So, primary spermatocytes grow to become almost double in size. Next is maturation phase. See, primary spermatocytes undergo first meiotic division and produce second spermatocytes. Secondary spermatocytes soon undergo the second meiotic division and produce spermatids. This division is equational. Therefore, each spermatid continues to possess the haploid number of chromosomes, which is 23 in humans. See, each diploid primary spermatocyte undergoes meiosis first to form two haploid secondary spermatocytes. All the secondary spermatocytes derived from a single spermatogonium remain attached to one another. Secondary spermatocytes divide by meiosis second, each giving rise to two haploid spermatids. The spermatids become partially embedded in Sertoli cells for nourishment and support. Now, formation of spermatozoa or formation of sperms. See, the spermatids do not divide further and modify or metamorphosis into spermatozoa. See, the spermatids do not divide further and modify or metamorphosis into spermatozoa or sperms, which are also haploid. A spermatogonium thus produces 4 spermatozoa. Next is formation of spermatozoa. The spermatids do not divide further and modify or metamorphose into spermatozoa, which are also haploid. A spermatogonium thus produces 4 spermatozoa. So, the transformation of spermatids into spermatozoa is known as spermatolysis or spermiogenesis. See, the spermatids become partially embedded in Sertoli cells for nourishment and support. So, spermiogenesis is differentiation of a spermatozoon from a spermatid. Now, this is a diagram of spermatogenesis. See, this is spermatogonium. Mitotic division takes place here, and this gives rise to primary spermatocytes. Primary spermatocyte. Here, first meiotic division or reduction division is taking place. This produces secondary spermatocytes. Now, secondary meiotic division produces 4 spermatids, and later spermatids converted into sperms or spermatozoon. These are sperms. This is head of sperm, this is midpiece, and this is tail of sperm. So overall, 2 meiotic division and 1 mitosis division takes so overall 2 meiotic division and 1 mitosis and 1 mitotic division is taking place in spermatogenesis. Next is role of Sertoli cells. So Sertoli cell is a nurse. So Sertoli cells is a nurse cell of. So Sertoli cell is a nurse cell of the testis that is part of a seminiferous tubule because its main function is to nurture the developing sperm cells through the stages of spermatogenesis. The Sertoli cells has also been called mother or nurse cell. Now, role of these Sertoli cells. First one is spermatogonia lie between the Sertoli cells and basal lamina. Sertoli cells provide mechanical support, protection and nourishment to the developing spermatozoa. Spermatozoa or sperm cells. Next, all nutrients, gases and waste exchange between the developing spermatozoa and blood vessels around the seminiferous tubules pass by the way of a Sertoli cells. These Sertoli cells act as phagocytes, like consuming the residual cytoplasm during spermatogenesis and like this, etc. Next, Sertoli cells also synthesize an androgen binding protein which helps maintain a high androgen level in the seminiferous tubules necessary for spermatogenesis. And its Sertoli cells act as phagocytes too. Next, translocational of germ cells from the base to the lumen of the seminiferous tubules occurs by conformational changes in the lateral margins of the Sertoli cells. So this is all about role of Sertoli cells. Next is image of Sertoli cells. Look here. These are Sertoli cells emerging like a pseudopodia. This is lumen of seminiferous tubule. This is spermatozoon or sperms. These are Sertoli cells from where sperms get nourishment. These are spermatids. These secondary spermatocytes, primary spermatocytes, tight junction and spermatogonium. So this is the image of Sertoli cells. Now, relationship between developing spermatozoa and Sertoli cells. See, these are developing spermatozoa and this is Sertoli cells. This is primordial germ cells in spermatogenesis. This is mitotic division. This is meiotic division forming two daughter cells. Second meiotic division forms four daughter cells and these are called spermatids. Spermatids convert into sperm cells. This is Sertoli cells. This is seminiferous tubules, epididymis and seminiferous tubules cross section. So these are the relationship between developing spermatozoa and Sertoli cells.